Good afternoon all. Yesterday we had discussed with factors affecting enzymatic activity, competitive inhibitors and non-competitive inhibitors. Now let us discuss with the next topic, the last topic of this chapter. Classification and nomenclature of enzymes. Classification and nomenclature of enzymes. How we will classify the animals into different groups and name them. Thousands of enzymes have been discovered, isolated and studied. Most of these enzymes have been classified into different groups based on the types of the reaction they catalyze. Enzymes are divided into 6 classes. Yes, oxidoreductase, lysase, hydrolysase, isomerase, ligase and synthetase. So many types are there. Enzymes are divided into 6 classes, each with 4 to 13 subclasses and named according to by 4-digit number. Now the first is oxidoreductase. Or dehydrogenase. See, here oxidoreductase process, in there two processes are there, oxidation as well as reduction. Oxidation means addition of O2 or removal of H2. Okay, oxidoreductase means here two processes are there, oxidation and reduction. So oxidation means addition of O2 or removal of H2. So here addition of O2, that is known as oxidation, but removal of H2, you say that dehydrogenation. Okay, removal of hydrogen is known as dehydrogenation. Whereas reduction, here we say that addition of hydrogen. So for this we say like that, hydrogenation. See, hydrogenation, hydration केवल नहीं लगता, हाँ? Please carefully understand. hydration and hydrogenation both are different. Okay? Hydrogenation means addition of hydrogen, or you say that removal of oxygen. Removal of oxygen is known as deoxidation. Okay? So here oxidation and reduction, two processes are there. Listen. If one substance is reduced, with the help of that another substance is oxidized. If one substance is reduced, then with the help of this another oxidation, another substance is oxidized. In same way, one substance is oxidized, with the help of that another substance is reduced. Okay, see. Enzymes which catalyzes oxidoreduction between two substrates, S and S-. So here, if you think about, we have very important answer for this. Photosynthesis. 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives C6H12O6 and 6O2, and 6H2O plus 6 kilocalorie energy, if you remember. So here carbon dioxide reduction occurs from the glucose and water oxidation occurs from the oxygen. Okay, so here S substance is reduced, plus S dash oxidized to form S oxidized and S dash reduced. So here we have example just exactly to this. 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Here the equation is not given there. Now second is transferase enzyme. So transfer the particular molecule from one molecule to another molecule. Here you know the example. Enzyme catalyze a transfer of a group G other than the hydrogen. Yes, here other than the hydrogen and oxygen, some another group is transferred, phosphate group. Yes, I am telling to you right now, between the pair of a substrate S and S dash. So here the example of hexokinase. You know that glucose is converted into glucose we had already learned with this that hexokinase enzyme So hexokinase transferred the 1-phosphate group from the ATP and on the 6th carbon of the glucose molecule and form the glucose 6-phosphate. Similarly, PEP to pyruvic acid, pyruvate synthetase. Okay, phosphate group is transferred from the pyruvic acid to ADP. There are so many examples here. Okay, so here hexokinase I have taken the one example. So S substrate with any group and another S dash substance is there. So S is free right now. Now this G is shifted to the S dash group. Fine. So this is the example of the transferase. Now hydrolase. By addition of water molecule. Okay, with the help of, by the addition of the water at a particular bond, the bond is broken down. This process is known as hydrolase. So enzyme catalyze the hydrolysis of the ester, ether, peptide, glycosidic, carbon-carbon, carbon halide and phosphorus nitrogen bonds. Here are the examples. So here I can tell you the one example. Maltose with the help of maltase. Okay, maltose with the help of maltase. So maltase is hydrolase type of enzyme. So here maltase edit the water molecule at a glycosidic bond in the maltose sugar and form glucose. 2 molecules of glucose I can write like this. So here glycosidic bond is formed. Okay, lysis. Without addition of water. The molecule is break. Without addition of water, the molecule is break. Here, which example you take this? Fructose 1,6 biphosphate. So here you know that fructose 1,6 biphosphate with the help of aldolase enzyme fructose 1,6-biphosphate is converted into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and phosphoglyceraldehyde. So here fructose 1,6-biphosphate, that is of 6 carbon 2 phosphate containing, whereas DHAP 3 carbon 1 phosphate and PGAL also 3 carbon 1 phosphate is there. Enzyme that catalyze removal of the group from the substrate by mechanism other than the hydrolysis, leaving to the double bonds. Okay, so C, X and Y, XY is liberated. So now the carbon-carbon consists 2 bonds. So this is known as lysis. Now isomerase, fifth one. Isomerase is here in that chemical structure of the both the substances are same. Chemically both the structures are same, but structurally both are different. Just for example, glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate. So here you revise that glucose is hexoketose and fructose is ketohexose. Glucose is aldohexose and fructose is ketohexose. So only first second carbon in between that the group is changed. Fine. So glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate. So here phosphofructomutase enzyme. Sorry, phosphofructoisomerase. So by phosphofructoisomerase, the ketohexose sugar is converted in aldohexose sugar is converted into ketohexose sugar, and sixth one last is ligases and synthetases. Here, two molecules are joined together to form the new another molecule which is not resemble to previous one. Just for example here, enzyme catalyzing the linking together of two compounds. Example, enzymes which catalyze the joining of the carbon oxygen, carbon sulfur, carbon nitrogen and phosphate oxygen, etc. bonds. So here acetic acid with that coenzyme A binds and form the acetyl coenzyme A. So now the last topic of this chapter, cofactor. some groups are organic or inorganic in nature. Some groups are organic as well as inorganic in nature, which acts as a cofactor. What is cofactor here? The cofactor which are non-proteinaceous part but helpful for functioning the enzymes. Okay, activate the enzyme to perform its activity. These are known as cofactors. Enzymes are composed of one or several polypeptide chains. However, there are a number of cases in which non-protein constituents are known as cofactors, are bound to the enzyme to make the enzyme catalytically active. So some molecules can bind to the enzyme, but it is non-enzymatic part. Yes, it is known as prosthetic part. So this non-proteinaceous part now bind with the enzyme and enzyme is catalytically active. These are known as cofactors. The protein portion of the enzyme protein portion of an enzyme is known as apoenzyme. And another ways you say that non-proteinaceous protein portion of the enzyme is known as apoenzyme and non-proteinaceous part of the enzyme known as prosthetic group. Three kinds of cofactors may be identified: prosthetic group, that is non-proteinaceous part, coenzymes and metal ions. Prosthetic groups are organic compounds and are distinguished from the cofactor in that tightly bound to the apoenzyme. For example, in peroxidase and catalase, which catalyze breakdown of the hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen. Peroxidase, hydrogen peroxide, H2O2 gives, so 2H2O2 gives 2H2O and oxygen. Yes, this is the process of photolysis of water. So here peroxidase and oxidase. So 2H2O2 converted into 2 water and oxygen. Heme is prosthetic group and it is the part of the active site of the enzyme in hemoglobin. So 17th chapter we had discussed that heme is attached with the oxygen and form the hemoglobinic acid. In this way it is useful to transfer the respiratory gases. Coenzymes are also organic compounds. So organic compounds, coenzymes, here organic compounds of the coenzyme are NAD. You know that NAD full form nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. NAD, we had used this in respiration chapter. Then along with that NADP, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Then FAD, flavin adenine dinucleotide. And the last one, FMN, flavin mono nucleotide. So these are act as a cofactor in so many reactions. Coenzymes are also organic compounds, but their association with the apoenzyme is only transient. Usually occur during the course of catalysis. Here you think about, let's suppose NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, it is always useful in the oxidation process. Just for example, from the phosphoglyceraldehyde to 1,3-biphosphoglyceric acid. So from phosphoglyceraldehyde, hydrogen is released. So that released hydrogen is now bound with the NAD and converted into NADH2. So at that time, glyceraldehyde is oxidized. Yes, oxidation, we had used the word here, dehydrogenation. So dehydrogenation, that is hydrogen is released from the PgAl and that is bound with the NAD and converted into NADH2. So each and every step, DHAP or PgAl to 1,3-biphosphoglyceric acid, pyruvic acid to acetic acid, right? Alpha ketoglutaric acid to succinic acid, and malic acid to oxaloacetic acid. All these steps dehydrogenation occur As a result, NAD is hydrogenated, that means reduction occur and converted into NADH2. Yes, similarly FADH2 that is formed between succinic acid and fumaric acid. Okay, so from succinic acid hydrogen is released that binds with the FAD. So in catalysis reactions the hydrogen is released. Here I am telling the examples only. NADP, you revise that. NADP gain the hydrogen ions from photolysis of water, and NADP obtain the electrons from the PS1. So electrons from the PS1, hydrogen ions from the photolysis of water, all are bind together and form the 2-NADPH2. So NADP is reduced there. Furthermore, coenzyme serves as a cofactor in the number of different enzymes catalyzed reactions. The essential chemical components of many coenzymes are vitamins. Vitamins, yes, vitamins have deficiency, cause the deficiency symptoms. Due to very less amount of the vitamins, deficiency effects can be created, and with a high amount, hypervitaminosis occur. So some vitamins, majority of the vitamins are useful in the catalytic reactions. Vitamins are useful in many more catalytic reactions, but are required in very least quantity, very less amount, in microliter sized, okay, very less amount. Coenzyme example, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and NADP contain vitamin niacin. So vitamin niacin is belonging to B complex group. Riboflavin, thiamine, niacin, folic acid, cyanocobalamin. There are so many types of the vitamin B, B1, B2, B3, B5, B7, B9, B10, B12. This many vitamins are there in the B complex group. Number of enzymes require metal ions for their activity, which forms coordination bonds with the side chains at active site, and at the same time from one or more coordination bonds with the substrate. Example, zinc is a cofactor for proteolytic enzyme carboxypeptidase. Yes, we have already studied that carboxypeptidase is a part of the intestinal juice. Intestinal juice is also known as succus entericus. And there enterokinase activate the trypsin. So carboxypeptidase here it is the enzyme of the pancreatic juice, not an intestinal juice. It's a pancreatic juice enzyme, and here three enzymes are there in pancreatic juice: trypsin, carboxypeptidase, and chymotrypsin. So you know that carboxypeptidase convert small small polypeptide chains into dipeptide 1. Okay, so zinc is cofactor for this activation of this enzyme. Then if you remember, Mg+2, magnesium ion acts as a cofactor for activation of the hexokinase enzyme. Yes, glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. That hexokinase enzyme is a transferase type of enzyme here. So Mg+2 activates the hexokinase as well as pyruvate decarboxylase. Pyruvate decarboxylase enzyme, it is used there in conversion of the pyruvic acid to acetic acid. I am talking about the connecting process between the glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So you know that pyruvic acid is converted into acetic acid by decarboxylation and dehydrogenation process, but here hydration is there, addition of water. But dehydrogenation process that converts NAD into NADH2. Here pyruvate dehydrogenase is also there. Pyruvate decarboxylase, pyruvic acid is converted into acetaldehyde. Pyruvic acid is converted into acetaldehyde, the first step of alcoholic fermentation. If you have remembered that pyruvic acid is converted into acetaldehyde by TPP and PDC, thiamine pyrophosphate. This acts as a coenzyme pyruvate decarboxylase. So carboxypeptidase is activated by zinc. Sometimes what happens that here only one ion acts as a cofactor to activate the particular enzyme. Suppose sometime one ion can activate more than one enzyme. Suppose example here you see that zinc is only useful to activate the carboxypeptidase, but magnesium is useful to activate the hexokinase as well as pyruvate dehydrogenase both, as well as thiamine pyrophosphate also. Catalytic activity is lost when the cofactor is removed from the enzyme. Suppose example zinc is not there, carboxypeptidase is not activated. As a result, there is an effect to the digestion of the protein. So cofactor is very, very important here. Catalytic activity is lost when the cofactor is removed from the enzyme, which testifies that they play a crucial role in the catalytic activity of the enzyme. So cofactors are very, very important. So here in particular cultural medium, if we have to perform the enzymatic reactions faster, we have to add the cofactors. So here these are the cofactors. So classification and nomenclature and cofactors, these two topics remained there in previous class. So today I have completed these two topics. So hope you understand this. Thank you very much to all. See you in next lecture.